Hey Libra, I'm doing a reading for you for the full moon in Taurus. Libra, there's this space here where you're realizing like how accurate like you know things. Like you're almost like shocking yourself. It's like Libra, although that there may have been a lot of things that have been going wrong, it's almost like the fact that you were right about these, you knew that these things were going to go wrong. You knew that these aspects were going to affect you here as well. And I feel like that space is almost bringing you comfort here as well, right? Oh yeah, I'm hearing it like ringing in my ears here as well, right? You know how connected you are, and I feel like once again, it's bringing you comfort. Like you're so right here as well. And I feel like that's almost helping you take accountability for whatever wrong decisions, actions you could have taken here as well, because you knew better. And so I feel like moving forward, I feel like you're going to start rerouting yourself in a much different way, something that's a lot more positive for yourself here as well. First out, we have gift. That's what I'm saying, Libra. I feel like this is something that you're being handed down. Like, I feel like this is, once again, I feel like you've been paying attention to the signs, the synchronicities here as well, right? You know that, hey, like, although these situations didn't work out, you knew that they were going to fail. And I feel like it's almost like, it's your spiritual gifts, and I feel like they're being so highlighted at this time. It's almost like the fact that these things played out in this manner, you knew it, and I feel like you're almost like proud of yourself. I feel like you're really excited here as well, right? First out, we have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like moving forward, you're really going to start restricting yourself. You're not going to allow like the same energies to come in and affect you in the way that they had. I feel like you're working smarter here as well, right? And then we have the Queen of Swords. Here you are, Libra. Ooh, here you are. I feel like I feel like you're having a much more like deciphering like viewpoint of certain situations and certain things here as well. That's really helping you navigate like what it is you're supposed to be doing here as well. Like you're really resisting, you're really holding yourself back from people, places, and things that are just not for you, that have just not been positive here as well, right? And I feel like this could be involving a love situation. We have the Knight of Cups here as well, right? Yeah, I feel like there's been several different like love situations here as well that you knew like I shouldn't go in this direction here as well. And I feel like it's played out to the T here as well, right? And you knew that these were not people that were equally yoked with you. Like these were going to be people that were going to fuss and fight with you here as well. Like you intuitively knew this. We have the Queen of Cups sitting right now. Although I feel like you had a lot of like deep emotions for these people, you're not allowing it to affect you here as well. Like you know better now. Like you know better, and I feel like it's helping you really move forward. We have the Six of Swords here as well, right? Yeah, I feel like you're moving away from any like deep emotional spaces that you've had for these people here as well. You've come to realize like, hey, these are not your people. These are not your places, and these are not your things. Like you go and you get your money and you go home. Like you're not allowing these different people and places and things to like really come up and affect you here as well. Yeah, we have the Hierophant. I feel like you've had a lot of spiritual upgrades at this time, a lot of promotions. I feel like there's been a lot of lessons that you've been having to learn here as well, and these have been to your benefit. Like the things that went wrong for you to purposely understand and purposely know like how connected you truly are here as well, right? And then we have the Magician, and then we have the, like Libra. You are the magician of your life. Like I feel like you're finally realizing like how like, hey, good morning. I feel like you're finally realizing like how accurate you really are, like how in tune you really are here as well. And I feel like instead of like ignoring the red flags, I feel like you're really going to start, I don't know what that means. I feel like instead of ignoring the red flags here as well, you're really going to start paying closer attention to them and really going in the direction here that is meant for you as well, right? Yeah, and then we have the Two of Cups. And then we have the Two of Cups. I feel like after you let some situations go that have been very toxic, very frustrating here, a lot of like chaos here as well. I feel like there's going to be a new agreement coming in here as well. I feel like you were almost like, oh, thank you. It's true. I feel like there's a space here where yeah, I feel like once you let these situations go, I feel like you were almost like a lesson for this person here as well, right? It's almost like as soon as you came into their life, they started having like all of these like bad things happen to them. And I feel like it's because of how they were treating you. And I feel like you allowed it here as well, right? For real, stop. For real. Yeah. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there's been a space here where you've realized that there's been a lot of third-party situations. And I feel like the person that you could have been dealing with here was very sneaky, very shady here as well, right? They could have been portraying themselves as your friend here as well. But I feel like they were involving a lot of like personal information with other people here as well. It didn't have to necessarily be like a third party. I feel like they were like speaking too much about these situations here to other people here as well, right? No, I feel like you're having like you're having some realization, like, no, I really feel like there's honestly like another person here, right? And I feel like you're really separating yourself, especially here with this Knight of Swords. Like you're realizing like you were not the only person here as well. If this was a person who really had care and love for you, I don't feel like they would have been involving other people here as well. And I feel like you're having some realizations about that. Moving forward, I feel like you're letting a lot of things go. No feet. No feet. Yeah. I feel like there's a space here where you're not really like tuning into the frequency of like what's happened up to this point. I feel like you're just having like strong realizations as to like what this person was really doing, and I feel like that's pushing you into a space here where you're focusing on love. You're focusing on what it really is that you're wanting to like bring into fruition here as well, right? I feel like there was a space where you almost let this person get away with like absolutely everything here as well, right? So many things that you wouldn't let somebody else get away with, and I feel like it's because of like you had a bond, a connection here with this person here as well, right? There could be a lot of conversations, a lot of Gemini like activity here as well, right? Moving forward, I feel like you're only allowing people to come in that are like showing up with something that's worthwhile, like worth your time, worth your effort here as well. You're not just allowing any I heard something this morning, it says keep pussy expensive. That's what I'm saying. Like you're not just like just allowing just anybody or anything to come in here at this time. Like you're making sure that like, hey, like people are showing up correctly here as well before you're even allowing them to like to be in your bubble, to be in your space here as well, right? If they're not showing up in the correct ways that are necessary for you and for your growth, you're letting it go, right? And we have the Queen of Wands. I feel like there's a partnership here that you're really manifesting at this time. And I feel like it's because you have such hope, such faith in your future here as well, right? You know that these are just petty situations that are just like time passers. Like I feel like you've been wasting time and you're realizing that here as well, right? So I feel like you're moving into more of a space where you're manifesting what it is you're truly wanting. You're manifesting a partnership here that once again is going to be worth it here as well. And I feel like that's pushing you more into a single space at this time because you're trying to manifest something so much bigger here as well, right? And then we have the Sun. Woo! I feel like as you're moving more into this space here as well, this single space, like not taking anything too seriously unless like they're showing up in the correct ways here as well. I feel like you're just like, I feel like as you're pulling away, I feel like these people are like pulling closer to you. I feel like they really do like you, like have an attraction for you here as well, right? But I think it's you were too close to the situation. Like you had too many feelings, too many emotions. And the more that you're going into the single space, like the more gifts that are going to be coming in for you here as well, right? Yeah, you're leaving behind a lot of things. We have the Five of Pentacles. There's been a lot of, you could be leaving behind a Virgo here as well, right? You're leaving behind these things in order for you to get your wish fulfillment. I feel like there's a space here where you're realizing like they were not bringing any good opportunities that were your wish fulfillment. And so I feel like it's like moving forward, like, hey, you have a list, like you know what it is you're wanting here as well, right? And you're not accepting any like almost like bullcrap behavior here as well, right? Yeah. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of like verbal disagreements involving the situation that's helping you fully end it, fully transform it here to push you into a new direction here as well. This person's not going to show up correctly and you're having understanding about that here as well, right? We have the Fool and the Four of Wands. Yeah. Once again, once you allow the situation to really end, once you realize your full worth, like nothing's stopping you, like you're moving forward. And I feel like you're really excited about it here as well, right? Yeah, I feel like you're really grounding yourself. I feel like there's a space where you're really anxious. I feel like it's almost like the time period, you know, like there's going to be a space here where like people are being separated from you as well, right? And I feel like there's a space where you're just like nervous, you're anxious, like what's going to come, like you're like waiting for it here as well. It's almost like if you watch like TV shows as well, like you've already seen like season 6, so you already know how like this is going to transpire here as well. But like if you go back to season 2, it's like you're watching it like, oh, I already know, like keep going, like I already know how it's going to end, like keep going, you know, it's going to be to your benefit here as well. I feel like there's a space here where you're just like still in season 2, and it's like everybody else is like, no, like keep going, like you're going the right direction here as well, right? But I feel like it's just like you're nervous, you're anxious as to like how things will really play out, but things are going to be in your favor as well, right? Any of these worries and fears, I feel like it's all been an illusion for you. Like there's nothing to fear, like there's nothing to worry about here as well. We have the Seven of Cups with the Nine of Swords. Everything that is supposed to be for you will be for you here as well, right? I feel like it's just about, once again, holding faith and belief that these things are truly here for you as well, right? And then we have the Five of Swords. Yeah. I feel like there's a space here where you could have gotten in a lot of like verbal miscommunication as well. Um, I feel like you've just been so like dogmatic and like being in your side. Like you know the right answer, you know the right way, you know what really happened here as well, right? And I feel like there's almost a space where you could have been like tricking yourself, like thinking these things really happened here as well. Um, Libra, we have the moon and the page of swords. I feel like there's a space here where you're still like spying on this person, like you're still tuned into this person here as well, right? But I feel like you're keeping it very hidden, very much to yourself. You're not really allowing this person to know that, hey, like, you know what they're doing here as well, right? Like, I feel like there's a space where you could have gotten in a disagreement here as well, but it's not as serious as you think it is as well, right? We have the hangman and the justice card. Yeah. There's going to be a space here where you're really having to look at how the universe is working for you. And I feel like you're needing to have a different understanding, like a perspective shift. We have the hangman and the justice card. Yeah. Um, you could be dealing with a Pisces, with a Libra here as well, right? I feel like they could definitely be spying on you here as well. I feel like they're keeping it very hidden as well. Yeah. You're needing to have a perspective shift. It's time for you as well. Like, don't continue to stay so like tied to one belief, one thought process here as well. Like, really allow yourself to expand here as well, right? First out, we have abundance mindset. It says, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something that you already have in the present moment, and that's exactly what you will experience. And this is, keep in mind, the first card that we got out was gift. The first card that we got out was gift with abundance mindset. Like, you're having these gifts pour in for you. It's just about how you're seeing, thinking, and feeling about certain situations here as well. You control your life, right? All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.